In this video, we'll be taking a look at the British Drum Company Legend Series Special Edition kit. Founded in September 2015, the British Drum Company have managed to forge a solid reputation as builders of high-quality, handmade shells within a relatively short amount of time. Having recently signed Iron Maiden's very own Nico McBrain as an international ambassador, BDC seems already able to compete with long-established companies. Interestingly, Nico's enormous new Legacy of the Beast touring kit is fundamentally a Legend series, of which the kit you see here is the special edition. Our review kit has a 22 by 16 inch bass drum, 12 by 8 inch rack tom, 14 by 14 and 16 by 16 inch floor toms, and a matching 14 by 6.5 snare drum completes the setup. This SE version has two special finishes and also extra mahogany reinforcement rings inside its birch shells. The first finish is an outer veneer of book-match spalted beech, although our review kit, however, has a more subdued charcoal pinstripe finish, appropriately called the Executive. This is achieved by using an outer layer of black tulip cut into narrow inlays to create the pinstripe lines. BDC favours birch, the traditional European timber, over American maple as its staple shell building stock. Accordingly, these shells are 100% Grade A Scandinavian birch, 10 plies, but just 6mm thick. The SE setup has the Executive or spalted beech laminate mounted on a single horizontal ply of birch, then a core of 2 layers of 3-ply birch, finished off with an inner layer of 2 further plies of birch. Each of these layers is hand-cut at a slight angle, then tightly clicked into place by hand in the company's own moulds. This results in joins which are airlock tight with no chance of gaps or filler. To finish off, BDC adds a cross-ply strip of African mahogany as a reinforcing ring, top and bottom, very slightly warming the sound. It's partly structural, giving a 12-ply bearing edge, and also partly cosmetic, yielding an inner two-tone effect reminiscent of some vintage drums. Most large volume drum companies often cure their shells in order to expedite production. BDC is committed to its cold press method, adamant that heating is no way to treat good quality wood, indeed that it has a detrimental effect on the ultimate sound. Once out of the moulds, the bearing edges are routed at 45 degrees, while the insides are sanded incredibly smooth. So smooth that they could in truth be an outside finish. The Palladium hardware is chromed to a dazzling shine and mixes classic Art Deco lines with a modern twist. Aside from the single Palladium lugs, the snare features a Palladium Mark II strainer with the company's own 20-strand brass snare wires. The bass drum spurs are strong but not overly bulky. In fact, with minimal hardware attached to it, the bass drum itself is surprisingly light. Each shell features an inner badge made from recycled wood chips, which shows a holographic serial number and the words cold press moulding. We were suitably impressed by this kit. Take a listen for yourself and let us know what you think in the comments below.